again, this time to just explore the first paragraph of chapter 6 in A Course in Miracles. And the chapter is called The Lessons of Love. So I'm just going to take a moment to begin by tuning into what we all are together and resting there. So don't mind me and use this time for whatever you want. Okay. So starting with the introduction to the lessons of love. The relationship of anger to attack is obvious, but the relationship of anger to fear is not always so apparent. So it seems obvious. Hello, Big Al. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. If anything comes up for you, even if it seems unrelated, feel free to share it. I always appreciate the hearts. Thank you. Sending hearts back to you. So it seems that anger causes attack, but now we're going to look at the relationship of anger to fear. So anger always involves the projection of separation. So when I'm angry, I'm projecting out there. I'm projecting fear out there. And I'm seeing separate things, separate persons, separate objects, separate events, separate causes, separate effects. I'm slicing and dicing when I feel angry. Okay, so anger always involves the projection of separation, which must ultimately be accepted as one's own responsibility. So what are we on the road toward? We are on the road toward accepting the projection of separation is our own responsibility. Okay, we can do that. To be responsible is to be powerful. To be powerful is to be powerful together with the shared power of innocence. So, okay, we can do that. That's good. Rather than being blamed on others. So, to put it all together, anger it always involves the projection of separation, which must ultimately be accepted as one's own responsibility rather than being blamed on others. So when I feel angry, it's actually my opportunity to take responsibility for how I feel and for the experience I'm having. And I have learned through a lot of practice, through a lot of practice, that blaming others hurts me. So if I'm engaged in it, I really need to stop to take a look at it because blaming others hurts me. Okay. Anger cannot occur. Think about that. There's a moment before the anger occurs, and there are conditions under which it occurs. Okay. Anger cannot occur unless you believe that you have been attacked. So you cannot feel angry unless you feel you have been attacked. And that your attack is justified in return. So there's a second ingredient in anger. I can't feel it unless I'm believing that my attack is justified in return. It's okay to attack back. And that you are in no way responsible for it, for the attack on myself. I'm not responsible for the attack on me, and so my attack back is justified. That's how we roll here. We attack. You attack me, I attack you. But when we remember ourselves as love, and we learn how to Care Bear stare at the love that everyone is, love is more powerful than anger. And with practice, we learn I am responsible for every feeling I experience. I am responsible for every experience I have. So that's good. That makes me powerful, and it makes me powerful with you. So moving on, giving these three wholly irrational premises, the equally irrational conclusion that a brother is worthy of attack rather than love must follow. So if we look at all our brothers, all our divine siblings, everyone we think of as us, all our family, all our friends, and yourself, and if you think a brother is worthy of attack, or is a brother worthy of love? Because whatever it is, we're all worthy of the same thing together. It's all of us together. So is my divine sibling worthy of attack with me? That means I'm worthy of attack. Or is my divine sibling worthy of love with me? Whatever they're worthy of, I'm worthy of. It's a together thing. And everyone that seems to be called else, that I seem to know, they're worthy of the same thing. And it's always up to me. Are they worthy of love or worthy of attack? What can be expected from insane premises if I have beliefs that are insane about time and space, which I do, and I'm being talked out of? Um, so what can be expected from insane premises except an insane conclusion? So if I start at an insane starting point, what am I going to experience and feel except an insane conclusion? I want to give you hearts. Thank you. I think that's what I saw. The text to me on my phone is so tiny. So thank you, MTM. Um, The way to undo an insane conclusion is to consider the sanity. My Kindle just turned off. I'm turning it back on. The way to undo an insane conclusion is to consider the sanity of the premises on which it rests. So here's what we're here to do. We appeared in time and space, which was an insane conclusion. We did something crazy and popping in here, embodied. That's okay. We're good. We're loved. But what's our job now, having made this mistake of don't think your parents did it to you. You popped in embodied, and that's perfectly okay. We're given all the help in the world that we need. So how do we undo the insane conclusion of deciding to appear as a separate one? We have to consider the sanity of our initial idea. This time and space experience is based on and relies upon an initial idea, the cause of the time and space experience. So now we have to undo the insane conclusion by considering the sanity of the original idea that led to this experience. You cannot be attacked. Okay, now, in the time and space experience, if you think of it as bumper cars, you would say, certainly I can be attacked. But if a higher being came to you and said, honey, you're not a body. It's your body that can be attacked, but your body is in your imagination. And if you think of the time and space experience as bumper cars and bumper cars imagined, then yes, the bodies can be attacked, but crazily enough, only when we want to see attack. So when we see bodies out there in the world being attacked, or we experience what we call ourselves being attacked physically or emotionally, I can only speak for me. I won't try to speak for you because I'm waking up from this. I wanted to see that. That's why I came to time and space. In heaven, or where we really are right now, in the full beauty of the love we are in our beingness, there is no attack and there are no bodies. But having come into the experience of embodiment, we have the opportunity to allow the embodied experience to be used on behalf of love. So having seemingly made a body in my imagination, now I have the option to turn the body over to what we all are together, to love, to be used as a communication device for love. So MTM says, what are your goals for the future? And I say to turn the body over to love, to be used as a communication device for love, recognizing that love is what you are 100% and love is what I am 100%. So why not give the body to what you and I and everyone and everything are all together to be used as a communication device for it? That's my goal. And to see you in your beingness, in your purity, in your innocence, in your wholeness. I want to see your worthiness. That's my goal. I want to see everyone, if we're using religious or Christian language, I would say, I want to see everyone as the Christ. I want the scales to fall from my eyes. I want the Halloween costumes to come off. And I want to see everyone as they truly are forever. There's nothing left to do here in time and space. Let's remember who we truly are, and then we have no need to fuss anymore. Okay. Oh, I didn't intend to read this second paragraph, but I think I'm being guided to now. It's interesting to see how I try to control my experience, because I got the prompt to go live and I said yes to it, but I limited it and I said, well, but I'll only do one paragraph. That feels good. And now that I'm doing it, you should read the other one. Okay, so I can say okay to that. Paragraph 2, you have been asked to take me, I see why. You have been asked to take me as your model for learning. The me in A Course in Miracles is Jesus. Think of it as being written by Jesus and given to you. If you have any objections to the Jesus character, okay, then say, this is a helpful presence. At the end of the day, everyone is beingness. Everyone's a helpful presence. And to think of Jesus is just to think of your equal brother. Your equal brother. If he's kneeling, you're kneeling. If he's standing, you're standing. If he's ascending, you're ascending. You're doing, right now, he's with you and you're doing this with him. That's very much what gets emphasized when Jesus comes to mind. We're doing this with him. It's like he's managing a process for all of us where okay, I'll use the word ascend, even though it feels very loaded to use the word ascend, but I'll use it because it came to mind. We ascend up out of what we thought we made into the full awareness of what we are forever. Okay, so you have been asked to take me as your model for learning, since an extreme example is a particularly helpful learning device. Well, the extreme example of Jesus is the crucifixion. And what I've been called to do is look past the physical, which I do not understand and is meaningless, to the beingness. So if I'm going to look at the crucifixion, I'm not going to look at myself back there in the day witnessing it and have all the guilt for having done it, right? I'm past that. Do I want to say I'm past that, or I'm being carried past that? I know I'm going kind of quickly here, but you can have a sense of being in other places and other times. It doesn't necessarily have to happen for you. Not at all. Reincarnation does not have to be a concept you ever hold. It just kind of comes through that way to me. And if it comes through that way, it's a learning device. It's something that will help you and you won't need to hold on to forever. So I don't need to hold on to a learning device forever. It will just fall away when it's no longer needed. So going back, you have been asked to take me as your model for learning, since an extreme example is a particularly helpful learning device. So if we look through the crucifixion and we don't blame anybody for anything, and we see all things work together for good, and we see the beingness of Jesus, we see the beingness of everybody who seems to have been there. Hi Whiskers, welcome back, and thank you for the hearts, MTM. I don't know if I saw those before. Okay, so I don't know where I was going with it, but it's okay. I'll just pick it up freshly. Everyone teaches and teaches all the time. So think of you yourself as a teacher, and you're beautiful, and you're divinely ordered, and you are love itself, and you're teaching all the time. That's your being. That's your beingness. You can't lose that. And you don't have to judge the appearance of the person, anything the person's up to, anything you think the person has accomplished or not accomplished. Right now, in this moment, you are a beautiful teacher. And Whisker says, my mom is a teacher. And you're a teacher. just how you live. And don't try to evaluate how you live in a good or a bad way. Just by being a being, you're a teacher, and you're a beautiful teacher. And everyone you think of is else. Everyone's a teacher. Let's say there's someone you think of as a bad guy. They have beingness just like you do, behind the surface of what their character seems to have been up to in time and space. And they're a teacher too. And we get to figure out as we go along how everyone's a teacher. And we get to get in touch with our gratitude for how everyone's a teacher. So gratitude is so important on this journey. Okay, let's see. This is a responsibility. Everyone teaches and teaches all the time. This is a responsibility you inevitably assume the moment you accept any premise at all. So the responsibility for being a teacher is inevitable. You're always responsible. We're always responsible. But responsibility is like soft, benign, gentle power. You don't have to think of responsibility as a heavy thing. But the moment you accept any starting point in thought at all, you're responsible. And no one can organize his life without some thought system. So as long as we're giving ourselves the experience of time and space using thought, you cannot have a time and space experience without using thought. Those are the building blocks in its construction. So we're going to have thought as long as we're here. But there are two thought systems according to A Course in Miracles. And prior to and beyond the language of A Course in Miracles, there's just beauty. There's just beingness. There aren't all these concepts. But these concepts can help us remember this beautiful space of just beauty, just love, just light, goodness without opposite. So once you have developed a thought system of any kind, you live by it and teach it. And what's your thought system? Well, I go back and forth between two because I still experience what I call not good feelings. So when I'm experiencing a not good feeling, I'm adhering to the thought system of the ego, the idea that I'm separate from you and in competition with you and in competition with God, or you could say with the wholeness of what's real, or you could say presence, or you could say many things if you don't want to say God. Your capacity for allegiance to a thought system may be misplaced. When I don't feel good, my allegiance to a thought system is misplaced. I'm depending on thoughts from the ego, and I always have a choice, and I can depend instead on thoughts coming to me from spirit. Okay, so your capacity for allegiance to a thought system may be misplaced, but it is still a form of faith, and it can be redirected. So if I believe in ego thought today, and I feel bad, that's fine. If you feel bad today, that's fine. Because you know what that means? It means that you have the capacity to adhere to a thought system. And the beautiful thing about adhering to the ego's thought system is that there's another thought system that comes in to replace it. Spirit's thought system. So whenever you feel bad, you can reorient away from ego's thought system toward Spirit's thought system. And that's what I'm doing today. And Whiskers sends all kinds of emojis. Thank you, Whiskers. I see a computer in there, and a heart, and a flag. I can't always see all of them because they look so tiny. Maybe I'll get a magnifying glass so I can see the emojis. Okay. So today, when I feel bad, I'm just going to go to what am I focusing on today? Lesson 51 on A Course in Miracles. I have given what I see all the meaning that it has for me. So there are a couple things I do when I feel bad. I find the thought I believed. What thought did ego send me that I believed that caused the bad feeling? You want to get to the bad feeling at its cause. And its cause isn't out there in the world, and its cause isn't in like you being defective in any way. You're not defective. But its cause is believing a thought from ego. So I go and I find the thought from ego that I believed, and then I set it down, and then I reorient. What can I reorient to? Well, I like to use a lesson in A Course in Miracles because that represents the other thought system that I can adhere to, Spirit's thought system. I have given what I see all the meaning that it has for me. And what does that mean? I have judged everything I look upon, and it is this and only this I see. This is not vision. It is merely an illusion of reality, because my judgments have been made quite apart from reality. I am willing to recognize the lack of validity in my judgments, because I want to see. My judgments have hurt me, and I do not want to see according to them. Eagles said, "Ah!" Is that an eagle sound? Are you with eagles somewhere? Maybe? Are you looking at birds? Very cool. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so I've said what I want to say there. And I'm just going to take another minute to rest in what we are together. And you can rest with me, or if there's something you want to bring up in the chat, go ahead and do that. Okay. So I was resting there. Thank you for you, because you is what I was resting in. When we rest within, we're resting in everyone and everything, in the reality of what we are. So that's why we have reason to be grateful for everything. Hello, Ronan. Good to see you here. I'm just getting ready to stop unless there's anything you want to talk about. But I did get a little prompt to share another thing I'm focusing on today. So I'm just finding where that is. I think it's here. Yeah, it's a prayer. So when I want to, thank you for the hearts. I eat cheese when I rest. That's nice. And thank you for making me laugh. Maybe Whiskers is a mouse. Although, do mice really like cheese? Or is that an idea like rabbits like carrots, but they really don't? I don't know. Maybe you could clear that up for me. So when I want to reorient back to sane thinking, when I don't feel good, this is one of the ways I do it. There's a prayer in A Course in Miracles, and it is, I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. I use the word prayer to refer to anything. I am a guinea pig. Oh, okay. Whiskers is a guinea pig. Well, now you're looking awful cute as I visualize you. I don't feel free to remark upon the bodies of humans, but suddenly if you're a guinea pig, then I feel free. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. But just to put that in context, when I say prayer, I mean just going within to access what you are with everyone. And this sets me straight whenever I look at this. And it's in a paragraph, so I'm going to read you the whole paragraph just for context. This is the only thing that you need do for vision, happiness, release from pain, and the complete escape from sin, all to be given you, right? There's only one thing you need to do. And what are you going to get if you do it? You're going to get vision, happiness, release from pain, and the complete escape from sin. Okay. Say only this, but mean it with no reservations, for here the power of salvation lies. And in my experience, learning to mean this with all my heart in every situation, look at all the emojis, thank you. In every situation, that is what's helpful. Learning how to look at everything with love. So again, I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience. Think of that. No one else causes your feelings. And I decide upon the goals I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for. If you take that in deep, without blaming yourself, you're not at fault. You're responsible. And you're responsible with all of us. It's a vast, beautiful, gentle, loving power that you share. Responsibility is shared power. And it just means you share a vast, beautiful, loving, gentle power with every being, no matter how their person surface looks. Whether their person surface looks like a good guy or a bad guy, it's irrelevant. Being is being, and being is the reality of all of us. Okay, so everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. So if you start to really look at things and ask for help in looking at them and see, I always receive what I ask for. And the way I ask is by believing thoughts. And that's why it's really important to pay attention to my thoughts and to orient toward the thoughts that are truly loving to me and to everyone without exception. Deceive yourself no longer that you are helpless in the face of what is done to you. So isn't that good news? I'm not helpless in the face of what is done to me. You're not helpless in the face of what is done to you. Acknowledge but that you have been mistaken. So if you think of the whole expanse of time and space, and can you think of how beautiful it is to see that no one has ever done anything wrong because no one has ever done anything. It's all been imagined. All of time and space has been imagined, and you could think of it as simultaneous and healable simultaneously. You can think of it as in the past and already healed, but for some reason you're still fixated on the time and space experience. You could think of it in many, many ways. But deceive yourself no longer that you are helpless in the face of what is done to you. Acknowledge but that you have been mistaken. So all I ever did was make a mistake in believing the thoughts I invented, which have no basis in reality. Not the reality of time and space, but what's truly real, ultimate reality. Those thoughts have no basis in ultimate reality. And all effects of your mistakes will disappear. All the effects of all of our mistaken thinking, which produced the world we see and experience, it produces our feelings. All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it will disappear. All the effects of our mistakes will disappear. Or just like a bad dream you want to awake from. Yes. Elsewhere in the Course it says, we learn to call upon the light to dispel bad dreams. And that's the gentle, beautiful power we share. So when we see, can you turn on the lights behind you? They look so pretty, the fairy lights. Um, I'm afraid. I'll tell you why I'm afraid. Because I'm attached to fearful thinking. I have to bend over and you'll see my butt. And so I have a fearful thought that I will be judged when I let more of the body come into view and when I'm bent over. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyhow because I give everything I see all the meaning it has for me, and I'm responsible for my experience, and I cannot be attacked. So, excuse me. If you're kind, close your eyes. My daughter set these up. Oh wait, I found a workaround. No, I didn't find a workaround. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's done. We love the earth. It's everyone's home. And you are beautiful. No judgment. Thank you. I'm trying to see your name. Wingard. Oh, that's the swish and flick? Wingardium Leviosa. Is that the levitation spell? Swish and flick, I think, from Harry Potter. And yes. Okay. So I have no idea what I was saying before, or if I had any more of a point to make. Let me check. Oh, all the mistakes, all the effects of our mistakes will disappear. Earth is no home. Oh, Ronan. It's either your prison or your school, whether you're following the ego or Holy Spirit. So let's look at Earth. Earth is a symbol, and Earth is a symbol my ego can use, or Earth is a symbol the Holy Spirit can use. In my experience, in my view, the only thing I can do with Earth is give it to Holy Spirit and say, use it, because it's something I'm seeing, it's something I'm experiencing. And if I'm wise, I won't give it to ego to use. And I know it certainly seems like I have given it to ego to use, because doesn't it seem like it's in quite a bit of chaos? But my practice every day is to give it to Holy Spirit to use. Say, happy birthday, Amelia. Happy birthday, Amelia. Have a beautiful day. I'm just going to go back. Wingardium Leviosa says, I am 18, don't have a good relationship with my mother. But when you said your daughter set the lights up, because that is so sweet. She did the stickers on the wall too. Let's take a moment with your mother, right? Because there are all ways we feel we don't have good relationships with each other. I often feel like with all my heart, like I want to be a good mother. I want to be there for them in every way. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just don't. So it might not be clear to her what she's supposed to do, what she's supposed to say, and how she's supposed to look at you and what she can see in you. But the thing I've learned is that as I practice, everyone can show up for me as they are. Everyone is love. And so it doesn't matter what they seem to be able to do or not do. If I practice in seeing them as the love they are, then my experience with them shifts, where it seems like we're on equal footing, and that loving, easy things can come from both of us at the same time. It does take practice though, because where I've gotten myself in a pattern of expecting something from somebody, I keep getting what I expect. So I have to keep working with those thoughts every time they come up. But I wish you the best in your relationship with her. And maybe just for a moment we could see, all beings are innocent, whole, and pure, and they might not know it. They might not have any idea. Number one, that they're a being. Number two, that they're innocent, whole, and pure forever, and they can never lose it. But if we know that for your mom, and we can want to see that in her with all our hearts, because what we give to her, we give to us. So to give her a gift is to give us a gift. Then we've just done something very real and very beautiful for her and for everyone. Because what you do for anyone, you do for yourself. Let me just check in here, because I think one of my kids is... Hello? I'm live, so if you don't want to be on camera, yeah. But do you need anything? Oh, if you've taken them? I don't think you have, but it wouldn't matter if you did it twice. Okay. She's wondering if she took gummy vitamins, and I don't know, but I think no. Okay, I'm probably way behind. Let's see. A new ACIM concept for me today, Mr. J says. In a small way, something can accept and make a small adjustment. There is a lot there in total, seeming confusing or overwhelming. Yeah, I have to keep it small for myself. I have to go feeling by feeling, step by step, and find the thoughts that are attached to those feelings, and one by one surrender those thoughts at the inner altar, the inner light, and then keep going back and reminding myself, I have given everything I see all the meaning it has for me. And then with an additional reminder, its true meaning is very beautiful. The meaning of every being is very beautiful, and we can see it when we want to see that and nothing else. So, and then there's all the happy birthday, Amelia. When the timing's right, then things can be accepted. Just my thoughts. Those are good thoughts. I think every day we get to the point where we're able to accept something that is here for us. So we can think of it as every day has gifts where we can let in what we've been resisting. Whisker says, you are a good mother. Thank you. I think all mothers are kind of haunted by the possibility of being a bad mother. And it's our own work to get over that. So we actually have something to give you. And that's what I work on every day. And Ronan says, Wingardium Leviosa, your relationship with your mother is your current lesson in your curriculum. Yeah, that's my experience too. And the right answer is always forgiveness and patience to take you there. That's my experience too. And it's really helped me to learn to see as forgiveness as I'm seeing through what isn't there. Like time and space is so insane that, okay, I'll use my language and you can apply it to you if you want to. I came to time and space and I made up everything I see there. I made up all the characters. And if they seem to attack me, I made up the attack. That's how crazy I am. But I have power over what I see and experience in time and space. Why? Because everybody does. So when I see forgiveness like that, it's like, hey, you made up this illusion, this bad dream you're having, you totally made it up. It doesn't make you wrong, but it makes you responsible. And so knowing that you made it up, it's instantly transformable. So when I forgive, I'm not evaluating anything anybody's done or calling it right or wrong. I'm observing that in an insane state of mind, I used thought to make an insane experience for myself, an unhappy experience. And I'm looking through the facade of who I think my mother or anybody is, to the beauty of their being. So if you think of looking at people and visualizing light just shining out from behind them everywhere, and maybe sometimes right through them, That's the reality of them. So start to look toward, this is advice for me always, what's coming through me. You don't have to think of it as me lecturing you. Start to look toward what you don't see with your physical eyes and give that more importance than what you do see with your physical eyes. And then all the mistakes in your thinking that are making what you see with your physical eyes disappear. Our mistakes disappear. You are a good mom to your family. Thank you, Whiskers. Let's do that for all of us. You are a good, fill in the blank, whatever your role is, to your, whatever your group of people surrounding you is. You're good. Your being is goodness. We don't have to evaluate the persons, but your being is goodness. And Seb says, good evening from Yogi's. From Yogi's. Great to catch you live. You mean Yogi's channel? Are you in Yogi's lives sometimes? I think I recognize your username. Just a Yogi is a YouTube channel I love. I think if you check it out, you'll really love what he's doing there. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff there. And Ankitrana, is that right? Correct me. Yo, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks for coming here, everybody. I stayed on longer than I thought I would. So yeah, I should get be be shown how to interact with them in every moment. And so that's what I will do. I am wishing you well today, and I'll leave you with, I have given everything I see all the meaning that it has for me. And Ankit says, where are you from? I am from New York State in the United States. Where are you from? And actually, I usually close out with a minute of rest, which I did once, and then I came back into the chat. I'll do it one more time, and then, oh, you're from India. Hello, welcome. All right, so a moment of resting in what we all are together. Okay, I love resting with you, and I will check in again when I get sent back here with the secret thought that I won't get sent back again today, because I'm thinking I need to do dishes, I need to do laundry, I need to do. So exposing that thought. Namaste, Ronan. And thank you, Mr. J, and everybody. Bye, Whiskers. Bye, everybody. Okay, have a beautiful day.